Okay, so for my friends and everyone else who might be curious, this is my Wiccan ritual setup. Now tonight I am doing it all alone, so it'll be a solo ritual, and I think I'm not really gonna go through the entirety of it because it'll make the video entirely too long and probably boring. So I just wanted to show you guys the initial setup along with how I go about doing things inside of the ritual, opening and closing the circle, and reading a tarot card along with reading from my Wikipedia, and hopefully have you guys get inspired to do your own. Now, first things first, I apologize for the fact that I do not have a decent working camera right now. I have two of them up there, that one right there, and then that one right there. And that's my tripod right there. I was going to use one of them for tonight's video, but unfortunately the black one is dead, and I don't know where the charger's at, and the silver one doesn't have enough memory. It only has enough memory in there for like 14 seconds of video, and that's not nearly enough. So I'm just gonna have to work by ear and use my phone. So I apologize about the whole that thing. Anyways, let's get started. First off, this is my purple ritual cloth. It's technically my altar cloth, and currently I do not have a set altar just set up yet, mostly because of how I'm living right now. I would not be able to set my altar up without my cat getting into it and possibly breaking things. So that's gonna have to wait until I get a better place. These are my tarot cards, and you will be seeing those later on tonight. This is just a plain goblet filled with water as an offering to the spirits. This is my cleansing incense that I always put in, full moon. I usually use them for also full moon rituals and such. This is where I put the incense in. It closes and opens. It's pretty simple, and it's really pretty. I like it. It's just a pain in the butt to put them into those little itty bitty little holes, and it's also a pain in the butt to clean. But these are my candles, my ritual candles set up. This is for air. It's a yellow candle. And this is for fire. This is for water, for earth, and a white candle in the middle for spirit. And I will show you how I light those here in a minute. This is my candle snuffer. Now, I know it's a Santa Claus snuffer, but I like to think of him more as a wizard. It makes it look and feel more Wiccan-y. Now, I made this box out of a box that was sent to me for one of my packages and everything that I order online. And I drew this to decorate it. It's got all my crystals and everything in it, and you'll see each one of them later on. And lastly, this is my Wikipedia. I will be reading an excerpt from it. It's part of my tarot card deck. I just use it as a bookmark. And quick skimming of this book. It's pretty awesome. I love it. I read I don't know how many things from here constantly. But yeah, I'll show you how I set up. First off, I put the Wikipedia over here, so it's at close range. And then I leave the tarot cards over here. Take these out of the picture. They will be going in soon. I put this towards the south since it's basically a fire thing. and leave the water towards the west so that west is water and such and such. Now, I will be getting out a full moon incense to cleanse the area. Pardon the noise while I do this. And the wacky camera angles. As you probably could tell, I don't typically do this sort of thing. I don't make videos and do commentary. I'm not a YouTuber, alright? I have a YouTube channel, but I don't really post to it. I usually just, like, make, what do you call them? I can't think of the word, but I make videos on my laptop that have pretty much nothing to do with anything. They're probably going to be, like, lyric videos, and I also make, my manga into a video every now and then, but I don't really do it very much anymore. So, I'm going to light this, and let it burn for a few seconds, and then blow it out. Close it. And then we wait for a few seconds for that to start filling the air, clearing the area. Okay, now that the area is clear, now we can light the ritual candles. Now this is a very personal technique that I got from one of my favorite books. You might have seen it on my bookshelf over there. Actually, yeah, they're kind of blocked, but it's the House of Night books. Those are my favorite. Anyways, I light the spirit candle first. Come on, you. Okay. Lay that down. And then I actually take the spirit candle off. And then I light earth, welcoming it into my circle first, as it is the first element. Then I light air, welcoming it into my circle, as it is the second element. I light fire, welcoming it into my circle, as it is the third element. And lastly, I light water, welcoming it into my circle as the fourth element. Now, spirit is the last and final fifth element in the circle, and it goes right back in the middle. Now the candles are lit. Let me show you a decent little side views. It's very pretty, I like it. Excuse me. Now, the first thing I like to do in my circle once it's open is I read an excerpt from my Wikipedia. I just scroll through it and find whatever catches my eye or seems interesting. Just sort of flip through and go back. No, actually no. This is interesting. Okay, let's do this. Alright, I'm just gonna read the first two paragraphs. I'm not gonna read the entire thing. You can pause it and read it if you want. Okay. The history of scrying. In ancient Egypt, priests and priestesses used scrying as a way to divine the future. They would pour oil or water into a dark vessel and wait for images to appear, using the results to predict the outcome of war, the best time to plant crops, or the best time to conceive a child. The images would be dark, and fuzzy. But that didn't really matter. It was their interpretation of the images that was important. As centuries rolled on, the art of scrying evolved. Some people used scrying as a form of meditation to get in touch with their spiritual sides. Other seers gazed at reflective objects and, perhaps because of the changes in the alpha waves in their brains, were able to enter into a hypnotic states or self-induced trances in which they predicted future events. And that's pretty interesting, actually. I'm going to give you a little picture here. That's actually my favorite symbol in Wicca. Some would think that actually is, but no. That one is. Anyways, so now that we're done reading from the Wikipedia, we can start our tarot reading. Yay! Now, let me set down the... Oh, you know what I did? I completely forgot to put all the crystals down. Oh well. I'll show you guys later after the video. Alright. I'm going to set down the phone so that I can get this out. Alrighty. So, here's my tarot cards. They're pretty plain and upside down, apparently. But I think they're pretty. Very nature-y and easy to read, which is pretty much what I need. It gives you this cute little book to show you what it means and everything. Gives you the meanings of each card in them, and then even shows you how to do certain ways to do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a reading. Now, I can't guarantee that you'll be able to see this, so I'm going to try my best. But I'm going to shuffle these real quick. Kind of give me a better chance. Without, I even show you that I'm shuffling them. That way you don't think I'm lying. Not that I'm going to accuse you of such things. But you can't trust people nowadays. Alrighty, so I'm just going to take the top 5 off the deck. Put one in the middle. This is my present. One in the past. One in the future. Now I'm just doing the plain and simple reading. There's several ways that we can do it, but I'm just going to do a simple one today, just to keep the video short and just to give you an idea of what's going on. Alright, so we flip it over, and it is the Totem of Stones. It's a pretty nice looking card. Let's see what the Totem of Stones means. Alright, we found it. Suit of Stones, the totem, Be a keeper of earth. Recycle. So that's my present. And that's pretty cool because I do like to recycle, and I'm very nature driven due to the fact that I'm, Wiccan, and Wiccans are very driven by nature. Alright, my past. Let's see what this is. 6 of Stones. Give you a really nice look at the card. Okay. My past 6 of Stones. Let's find that. Okay. The 6 of Stones. Restore balance to your accounts. So that was my past. Restore balance to my accounts. It's a very weird way of putting my past. But alright. Anyways. My future. 8 of Pipes. Give you a nice look at that card. Okay. Let's find out what the 8 of Pipes means. Okay. Found it. The Suit of Pipes. 8. Develop your art from stillness. Now that's pretty awesome considering the fact that right now I'm working on a book dedicated to my personal goddess Nyx, who is the goddess of night. And it's an art form to create books, and it's also a still art form because it's not moving or anything like that. And I'm also drawing. I've always been drawing, and that's my passion. So, yeah, pretty decent read. A little weird in the past department, but, you can't really complain. You get what you get, and you can't change it or anything like that. So before I end the circle, I'm going to show you all my crystals. Now, you can stop the video or skip forward, whichever you want to do, to the end, because how I close the circle is pretty decent too. So, first things first, we've got this one right here. It's really pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'll keep it nice and short so I can get through all of them because I've got quite a few. Got this one. It's very simple, but it's also not simple at the same time. Okay, now these ones are going to be a little bit more of a pain, considering the fact that they're in little baggies. I'm going to try and keep them that way. But, got this one. It's very pretty. I'm trying to get him in the visible range. There we go. Okay, so we've got this one. It's very metallic. What do you call it? Magnet looking. But it's not a magnet. It's weird, but that's what it is. Come on, you. Okay, so some of these I'm probably going to have to take out of the bag, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up like this. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Shockingly enough. So we've got this. It's a very pretty stone. I'm just gonna not worry about putting them back in the bags until after I end the video so that I don't have to worry about you guys spending too much time on here. Okay. Ooh, come back here, you. Okay. Next we've got this one. It's a very pretty one. I call it my earth stone because it's really, really pretty and resembles the earth. At least in my opinion it does. Oop, trying not to lose them. Sit you down again. Okay, now I'm gonna have to hold you. It's gonna be very awkward. Sorry about moving the camera all the time. But here's this one. And this one I don't have to take out of the baggie because it's in salt. Easiest way I can purify this one is to put it in salt. Don't want to do that. And this one, it's very moss looking, and I love it. Trying to be quick, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. Don't want to bore you with all my crystals because this was mainly how to do a ritual. But I find having all the crystals that I'm showing you very beneficial to your ritual, so I would like to show you guys these. This one's a very black crystal. Very pretty. Don't have too many more. And this one is the only crystal point that I have right now. Okay. I'm getting a couple more in soon. They should have arrived today, but... or not today. No, I'm thinking of something else. No, they're not going to be arriving for quite a while because I got them off of Wish. Dummy me, but you know, I'm a sucker for cheap crystals, and I really don't care if I wait very long, so. This is a really pretty clear one that I've got. It's one of my favorites, honestly. Okay, so all we have left is one more baggie that I have to open, and then another baggie that has a couple in there that doesn't have those little like paper things, so we don't have to worry about opening that one. And then one more, which is an onyx one, I think, so we don't have to open that one either. But this one is very pretty. It's very clear, and I don't think you can tell, but it's kind of got a purple hue to it a little bit. Like one side has purple and the other one's clear. Anyways, so this is my... oh, actually no, I think this is graphite, if I remember right. Because it's like really black and it chips off pretty easy, so. And then I got another one of those clear crystals, but this one isn't the rose one. It's just a plain old clear one. And then I got another onyx one. This one I can never remember the friggin' name to it. And I can never find it. Online anyway. And got another rose one. Only it's not really rose, it's more of a purple hue to it. And then this one, it's got a nice dark green-ish color to it. But yeah, those are my crystals. Oh yeah, I got one more. this is my moon crystal that I'm trying to do something with. It's a rainbow moon crystal. A lot more common and a lot cheaper than a regular moon crystal. But I was trying to make some kind of like pinnacle dream catcher with it at the bottom. And my friends got me this, which I've put with this. Sorry. Can get it stabilized here. Okay. Put it with this, which is all the chakra points and a Star of David. No, I'm not Jewish, clearly, but it's nice to have it because I actually don't have anything that has all the chakra points on it. Anyways, so I'm gonna take all of those and put those away after the video ends. Right now I just want to show you how I end the circle. So, this is very important to the process. What you have to do is take your little snuffer and you go from the spirit first. You want to thank them, each and every single one of the elements, for being in your circle and helping in anything that you asked for, anything that you wanted to know. Even if you don't get any answers, you still want to ask them because it's very nice to be polite. Not only to regular humans, but also to the spirits, because you don't know. If you're not polite to them, they might not ever help. Or, in the worst case scenario, is they might make it harder for you to do anything spiritual-wise. Or it might even be very deadly. Or, well, I wouldn't really say deadly, but either way, it's just nice to be polite. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, so, let me get to a decent, well, I guess either way I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna really matter. Okay, so, first things first, we're gonna thank the spirit for coming. Then we're gonna go opposite of what we opened with. So we'll thank water for coming to the circle, then fire, then air, and lastly, earth. And then, what I like to do after the circle is closed is just say, blessed be. Alright. Now, obviously, the candles are going to stay a little bit hot for a little bit while. Wet, so I just like to leave them there for a couple minutes, let them dry. And then, personally, this is just a little anecdote, I'm taking the little, like, shavings and stuff on the side of the candle once they dry, and then I put them into this little baggie, because I'm going to melt them down after I get a couple candles worth down into them, and blend them all together and make my own mixed element candle. One of these days. But yeah, that's how I do my rituals. Typically I have my best friend sitting there because she's air. And yeah, by the way, I'm sitting here because I'm a fire. And we all have to sit at our own candles if I'm gonna have, like, one for every element. And the candles have to be facing towards the actual directions. So in real life, that way is north, and this way is south, and so on and so forth. So the candles are gonna have the south facing the south and the north facing the north. Obviously, the altar cloth is going to be facing the same way too. So yeah, thank you for watching.